Hello, my dear friends. So today we're going to talk about how to sleep better. Because, there's so many people having insomnia. Almost everybody had some nights that didn't sleep well. And there's a very high percentage of people, or maybe even like 10%, or maybe even 20%, like all year round, they cannot sleep well. At night, they're even more excited. So we have actually summarized some ways. Some people, when they're supposed to sleep, maybe they haven't done the right thing or haven't eaten the right food. Therefore, it is very difficult for them to fall asleep. So later we will talk about it. And about a year ago, I think, we recorded 2 specific energy blessing music to help help them to have deep sleep. So today we will also introduce those. So at the beginning, let's listen to our online friends' sharings and messages so that we will also learn something from them. Let's listen to the first one. One way to solve the insomnia problem. I'm from Taiwan, Jiayi. My name, I'm 65 years old. In 2005, my son Zhang Chengkai had a very serious car accident, and the doctor said, "Oh, no way to save him. Otherwise, even save, he will be a vegetable." But I have only one son. How can I bear that? And I begged the doctor to save him. And therefore, I felt very, very frustrated and sad, and I started to abuse alcohol. Without alcohol, I won't be able to sleep. And then the next day, I won't have energy. Starting 2010, those 58 degrees sorghum alcohol, if I don't drink 500 cc, I won't be able to sleep. And then even I sleep a lot, it's never enough. And therefore, all my thoughts are negative. And I always feel very, very frustrated and very depressed. And life seems to be so painful. Get to know Bodhi meditation. In 2014, I get to know Bodhi meditation and joined the 8.5-day retreat. At the beginning, I saw everybody else don't drink alcohol, so I think, oh, that's not right. This is a very pure and sacred space, so I stopped drinking alcohol, and I just listened to the class, and I chant and practice GI, the Meditation of Greater Illumination. And I feel very natural not to drink alcohol and don't feel uncomfortable. And just practicing the meditation gives me energy and won't let you feel tired. So 8.5 days I was there, and I feel very at ease. Until now, I've never drank even a drop of alcohol. And when I started to practice Energy Bagua, at the first 5 minutes, the color of my face will change, and I feel so tired at the beginning. When I walk, I couldn't sleep very well, but I don't feel that tired. After 6 months, every day I walk Energy Bagua, rain or shine, every day for 1 hour a day. And the sleeping time, I get better and better at sleep. At the beginning, I sleep about 2 to 3 hours, and then increase to 3 to 4 hours, and then 5 to 6 hours, and then get back to normal about 6 months later. Walking Energy Bagua bring me to a very normal and routine. Every day at 3, like I sleep at 10 p.m. and then get up at 3 a.m. and I will clean up the Energy Bagua practice points. The whole day I will be full of energy. After walking Energy Bagua, I feel like I'm all recharged. That kind of feeling, I'm in good mood. My steps are very light. And also my knees. At the beginning when I walk, I feel like they're rubbing like with the sandpaper. It's very sore. I couldn't even walk. I need to rest. After 6 months, I can continue to walk half an hour and the soreness disappeared and my knee becomes stronger. And I feel my mobility is back to like 40 years old. I'm full of physical strength and feel much stronger. When I move things, I don't feel sore. Before, when I bend down and move things, I cannot straighten my back anymore. Now I can move it, bend very easily and very naturally. Everyday life, every day I'm looking forward to walk my Energy Bagua. And also, I'm so happy to share. And the sharing gives me more happiness and joy. I feel my life is very fulfilled. Thank you, Grandmaster, to allow me to have a new life. And I feel my life is now very meaningful and very healthy and very happy. After coming to Bodhi meditation, no more insomnia, stopped abusing alcohol, the knee and back soreness disappeared. Oh, this Mr. Zhang is very interesting, huh? Before, he was drinking alcohol to deal with his afflictions. And yeah, he was just get drunk and then, yeah, so like 58 degrees of sorghum alcohol, that is very easily to get drunk. And he drank more and more. It's like 500 cc. And he probably was not asleep. He was just drunk. Yeah, so just use the alcohol to deal with his extreme affliction. Yeah, that's such a terrible thing happened in his life. Yes, there's something bad happened in his life, but because of this, he had that insomnia, yes. A lot of worry, yes. But the alcohol didn't help him much. Only after he came to Bodhi meditation and practiced the meditation and also Energy Bagua. So first he stopped abusing alcohol and also he got a regular routine and regular sleep and he got younger and younger. And he didn't, for 8 years now, he hasn't drank even a drop of alcohol. He didn't need it. That's really good. And that's wonderful. And now Mr. Zhang has very good mobility. The knees are not painful and sore, and the lower back are not painful. And he's enjoying good sleep. Every day he would go and walk Energy Bagua, and he would serve the people at the Energy Bagua practice point. That's so wonderful and very, happy and fulfilled life. Usually, Grandmaster says when you get benefit and also help others to benefit, that's really wonderful, meaningful. And so Christine said people who have suffered from insomnia for a long time, if they want to improve a little bit, even just half an hour or 1 hour, they would feel, wow, today I slept more and feel in a better mood. And so like the improvement, they would count in minutes. So when they are lying there and if they just toss themselves back and forth and if they couldn't sleep, that's so, uncomfortable and so painful. And so that can show Energy Bagua is so powerful in Bodhi meditation. Meditation methodology is so powerful. It heals from the root and it's very quick too. Okay, let's listen to the story of the next one. Oh, shall we give a present to Mr. Zhang? Oh, would he want a present? Oh, yeah, of course. He would love to have Grandmaster's blessing so that he can be even healthier. All right. Taiwan is now pretty hot, so I'll give you this breathable and very, cool and handsome Energy Bagua T-shirt. So wish Mr. Zhang health, longevity, wish fulfillment, and auspiciousness. Receipt. Thank you, Grandmaster. Let's listen to the next one. No more counting sheep. Yeah, no more insomnia. So my name is Linli Hua. I'm 50 years old. When I was only 30 years old, I had sleep issues, and it has been over 10 years. Could not sleep at all. For 5 days, couldn't sleep at all. Only 2 days, I can sleep about 2 to 3 hours. So it's like 4 hours per week. And only a little bit of sound, I would wake up. And some people say, count sheep. And so when you count 100 sheep, then you'll fall asleep. But I count 100, couldn't fall asleep. So this is really frustrating. This is really a torture that if you cannot sleep at the night, couldn't sleep, and I toss and back and forth. But in the daytime, I'm very sleepy, but I need to work and I need to look after children. And this insomnia caused migraine. And the migraine is even more painful than the insomnia because the migraine is on one side. The eyebrows, the eyes, the whole, that side of the head is like needles pinching me and poking me. And sometimes I would vomit, and he never tell me when he will come, and just come. And at least 4 times a month, I know that painkillers will bring side effects, but I have to bear it. At the beginning, I would just take 1 pill, but then it doesn't work, so I would use even stronger painkillers. And the pharmacists say, oh, I don't have even stronger medicines, painkiller. This is like the strongest already. And when at the end there's like no other medicine to take, I was thinking, oh no, I would like beat my head and I punch my head and use my hand is not enough. I would punch my head towards the wall. And and I had so many like sequelae. I feel like I have so many side effects. And when I was 30 years old, my memory is degenerated. I was thinking, I'm only 30 years old. How come I'm already having Alzheimer's disease? I'm so worried and have so much fear. 10 years of insomnia, only 4 hours a week, and 10 years of migraines. And so get to know Bodhi meditation. 2015, I came to Bodhi Meditation's 8.5-day retreat. The first day, I practiced the meditation of greater illumination. I feel very hot my whole day. Energy is so strong when I was practicing. I feel very light and at ease from the very first day of this 8.5-day retreat. My sleep improved. I sleep so well. I can sleep 6 hours. When I get up, I feel, how come I fall on the ground? I slept so well. I can really sleep now. This is so beautiful. I never need to count sheep now. I practiced the meditation of greater illumination and the migraine disappeared. I'm so happy. I tell myself, I definitely need to continue to practice the meditation, and after 90 days the pain completely disappeared. So the migraine that tortured me for so many years completely disappeared. I've experienced the pain, so I understand how important health and happiness is. Every day I get up at 3:30 and I will practice at least 5 hours a day to practice. These 8 years I don't need to see doctors. The first day I started to practice Grandmaster JinBodhi's meditation. It's the day for my new life. I will definitely practice the meditation and help more people to spread this great method to more people. Thank you, Grandmaster. After meditation, after 1 retreat, 10 years of insomnia disappeared. And after continued the practice of meditation, 10 years of migraine disappeared. Oh wow, this Ms. Ling is like the person who slept the least in the whole week, I think. Not only insomnia, but also migraine. This is like, it's so painful that she would punch her head to the wall, and it's so frequent, like 4 times a month. It's like almost like average once a week, and only 4 hours a week, like less than half an hour a day. And at night, she would have to count sheep, and the daytime she would have to suffer from the migraine. It's really unbelievable and hard to imagine. If every day is like, who can bear it? And other people would be really hard to understand. Yeah, how come you just cannot sleep, right? Well, they would say, oh, just count sheep. But the more you count, the more maybe you're awake, Grandmaster said. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she really doesn't know what to do. And she couldn't solve the problem for insomnia, and she also took a lot of painkillers for the migraine, and she took the strongest painkiller and no more stronger pills to take. And so at the time she completely lost hope for her future. Luckily, she get to know Bodhi meditation, and she never imagined that just after one retreat she was able to start sleeping, and the migraine also get better. And after 3 months, the 10 years migraine completely disappeared. This is like such a transformation. Yeah, before she couldn't sleep for like more than 4 hours a week, but now she can sleep 6 hours a night. And she fell on the ground and she didn't even know. And I was so happy to watch that. And at the beginning, when I watched her, I was so sad, Joy said. And when she told me that she slept so well and fell on the ground and didn't even know, I'm so happy for her. And just think about the pain, the suffering of, could not fall asleep, and all the things that's caused by insomnia. It's so painful, Grandmaster said. And also, the memory loss. And if you cannot sleep, how can you remember things, right? And so Christine said, if people are like Ms. Ling, if they really cannot sleep, don't just lie on the bed and toss and toe. Why didn't she just get up and do things? Well, Joy said, how can she have energy to do things? Well, she actually really looked forward to have some sleep. For many days, she couldn't have sleep, and she would be busy for a whole daytime. Of course, she's really hoping that she could fall asleep, just in case she can fall asleep. And so those people who has insomnia, they really yes, longing for the sleep, but also is so afraid that she couldn't fall asleep. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's like so painful, and it's like a task that they couldn't fulfill, and then even the family would be affected, right? So like Ms. Ling said, just a little bit of sound will wake her up. And so everybody needs to be extremely careful not to make sound. And so Joy said before, a man who, the lady, the wife wasn't able to sleep, and then the husband had to, give her some milk or tell stories to her, and he was very caring, but still couldn't help her. And so this Miss Ling, when she get to know Bodhi meditation, started the meditation, and immediately it's so effective that she started to be able to sleep, and she felt so comfortable. And after that, she also started to walk Energy Bagua. And when she put these two methodologies together, after 90 days, so amazing results appeared. So her insomnia probably is the worst to the extreme. And so the migraine is probably, Grandmaster said, migraine is probably caused by the insomnia, and also a lot of her other issues. Say, for example, did she talk about urine something? No, not her. Okay, it's another student. Yeah, so a lot of her issues actually get solved. So when she came to Bodhi meditation, all these practices really, really helped her. And I'd like to tell all online friends, whatever health issues, including insomnia or afflictions, you can always come to Bodhi meditation. And you can go to our Bodhi meditation website, puti.org. Then you can find our meditation centers. We have meditation centers all over the world. We have over 30 centers in many different, in Asia, in North America, in Australia, and these two sharings, they all mention about Energy Bagua, and we definitely would be happy if you can come to the center to learn Energy Bagua. But if you are far away from the center, you can also learn Energy Bagua online. This is the video that Grandmaster teaches Energy Bagua on YouTube. It's called Mysterious Energy Bagua. So if you just search Grandmaster JinBodhi, and if you search Mysterious Energy Bagua, then you would immediately find them. Or you can go to our Bodhi Meditation College, which is puticollege.com. Then you would also find the teachings here. After you learn it, everybody will benefit. Yeah. So it's really hard to find a great way. And there are still more miracles. Well, should we also give Ms. Ling a present? Yeah, sure. This one. Well, yeah, her dream comes true. I'll give you this pendant, very beautiful. So this is a very, it's a colorful like shell. I hope your dream will come true and sleep even better, and you live long and very healthy. Congratulations. Received. Thank you, Grandmaster. Let's watch the next sharing. Really wonderful. Hello, Grandmaster. My name is Ling Xiangdan. All the time I had these sleeping issues that I sleep very light and couldn't fall asleep. And when I fall asleep, I would wake up, from time to time. Especially 2019, I had brain surgery. And then I had this sequela, which is when I'm about to fall asleep, as if I missed a step, and then I would be startled, and I would just have that convulsion, and I would feel very flustered and didn't know what to do. And also when I was sleeping, I would be very anxious because I have 4 children. I have a lot of things to do, and there are lots of things, big or small. I would have to worry about them, and this convulsion actually lasted for over 2 years. Get to know Energy Bagua. I'm very fortunate. Last year in September, I get to know Energy Bagua. In the 7-day class, my sleep has improved a lot. And so I fall in love with Energy Bagua. Before, every week there will be 4 or 5 times, or 5 or 6 times. Almost every day would happen that I will be worried and startled. And after I walked 100 days, that convulsion and startle completely disappeared, and I'm very easily to fall asleep. I won't fall asleep and wake up again. I would sleep through the night. Before, because of bad sleep, I was always in bad mood, and especially when the kids are running and fighting. And when I tell them to do homework and they didn't listen, I will yell at them, but they are just so naughty, and they will do just exactly the opposite of what I tell them. And then I will yell at my husband and say, how come you don't care about this? And then we would fight. And then Energy Bagua practice allow me to be calmer and relaxed. I won't be very grumpy whenever something happens. After listening to Grandmaster teachings, I learned a lot of ways to deal with family members and a lot of parenting ways. And my kids are listening well.
Calmer. I don't argue with her as often as I do anymore. Like, I used to argue with her constantly, and then we've grown so much closer. But yeah.
And therefore, I've changed so much. My family member also changed. After I delivered children, I started to have this urine leakage. About 8 months after Energy Bagua, I had sneezed. And then I suddenly realized, how come this time I sneezed, I didn't leak any urines? Is it already, get well? And then I had a lot of sneeze and I never leaked urine. And this was an 8-year of issue and it completely disappeared. I'm so grateful for Grandmaster teach us such a wonderful meditation so that we can have health and happiness. And my family is now also very happy and in harmony. I'm so grateful for Grandmaster. So sleep getting better, family is in harmony, and no more urine leakage. So after we listen to her sharing, we can't help smiling. Yeah. So her insomnia. Yeah, because she has 4 children. Yes, a mom of 4 children. You can imagine that. There's so many things to look after. She would be so tired and she couldn't sleep well. So that family of 6, and she also have parents, and she also look after her parents. So she's like, yeah, that's a big family. That just imagine that she would be so tiring. And also she had a brain surgery, and she also had that sequela that she would suddenly be startled before she fall asleep, and that's very uncomfortable. And so just this startling lasted for over 2 years. Yeah. Yeah. So this is really, it was already very hard for her to fall asleep, and then she would be startled. Yeah, it's so hard. And there's so, insomnia really, really is torturing. Yeah. So everybody has different kinds of sufferings, but the way to heal them is the same thing. Energy Bagua. So she practiced 100 days. Yes. After she practiced 100 days, and this startle disappeared. Yeah. So she would just sleep through the night for the whole night. So this is the most important thing. And another happy surprise is that, after the delivery of these children, her urine leakage also disappeared without even knowing. And she was wondering, this time she sneezed and didn't leak urine. So let's discuss about it. Because of different reasons, some ladies, especially after middle age, quite a few middle-aged women that they would leak urine after sneezing or after cough or maybe jump or even laugh. They might leak urine. Do you know why? Christine said maybe it's because of lack of vital energy. Maybe the kidney is lack of energy, and then it will affect the urinary system. And so Joy said, is it because of lack of energy that they cannot hold the urine? Grandmaster said, exactly. It's because the vital energy has been injured or, hurt. It's just like the tire of the car. Maybe we need to add like 10 units of the pressure. Let's say, I don't know exactly what unit is that. Let's say we have to pump 100 times to get 10 units. But one day it's leaking, and so there's only half of the pressure. Would the tire be able to support the car, right? Would it be difficult for these tires to support the car? Of course, it would be very difficult, and it even will harm the car. So the tire is very easily to be damaged, and it will damage the steel wheels, and then the car will be damaged too. If there's only half of the pressure, would the speed of the car be regular or normal? That's actually very dangerous, and very dangerous that it might even not be able to run in a straight line, and maybe even have accidents and roll and have accidents. accident. So, but human beings, if we are lack of the energy, it would be even more dangerous and troublesome than the car. When lack of energy, our facial energy, our liver and kidney and the urinary system, the bladder and heart, everything, they need that energy. Yeah, man or woman. All the time when they need to urinate, and then when they do get to urinate, they don't have too much urine, but they always feel the feeling. And also, like Ms. Ling, when they sneeze, and then there will be some urine coming out. And another scenario is that they want to go to urine, but before even they get to the washroom, the urine has already come out. Yeah, they just think about urinate and it's already. And sometimes when they listen to other people washing things, when they hear the sound of water, they cannot hold the urine. Oh no. Yeah. Is it like because of nervousness? Anyways, they cannot hold the urine. So Grandmaster said it's just because their vital energy is too low. For her, there's a reason. It's because she delivered so many children and she hasn't been looked after herself good enough. And this is not the most. Yeah, she had 4 kids, right? But well, it's not the most. There are people who have like 14, 15 children, but the moms would definitely be completely exhausted. So this mother, and she also had a surgery. She had a brain surgery, just the surgery itself. You never know what the surgery would hurt. Yeah, it will hurt the vital energy, would also hurt her health. And some people say, oh, very small surgery, even just the smallest surgery, as long as they need to, poke a hole on the belly, then it will hurt the vital energy. Yeah. So even just a vermix surgery, yeah. So for the tire, when it's leaking, air, of course you can pump again. What about urine leakage for the human being? So Grandmaster said, some people, they would replace their liver or kidney. So if one liver or kidney is not working anymore, then they will do a organ transplant. And they need to find an organ that has like at least 40 or 50, functions or data would be matching your own organ, right? And then that person also need to completely die, and then they would use the organ, and if the blood type and maybe 40, 50 numbers are all matching, then they will transplant. But lack of energy, you cannot get it by the transplant. Yeah. So for a tire, yeah, then it's for human beings, if you're leaking energy, how to pump this tire? Well, usually if you don't, if you do not come to this class, you think, oh, I need to pump me? So this energy, life energy, we call it qi. So ancient Chinese people, before the sky and the earth is distinguished or divided, at the time, the whole universe is just one chaos. There's no life. And nobody knows what exactly it's like. And one day, when the time comes, it's like a complete explosion. And so the ancient Chinese people say, oh, the light qi goes up and becomes the sky. The dirtier, the heavier qi will go down and becomes the earth. And that's a legend. But this concept says human beings, you definitely need this qi to support your whole body's function. Say, for example, this person is rosy, eyes are shining, hair is bright, and a very loud voice, and back is very straight. Is this healthy? Yes, of course, it's healthy. So this is full of energy, full of vital energy. Full of, So even in my hometown, they would say, oh, this person is very energetic. So this is life energy. So this is very important. And ancient people call this life energy qi. We also call it qi. But because of illnesses, or maybe just born with lack of energy, or maybe after you were born, maybe because of your work or bad diet, then you're consumed too much, and also your emotions consume a lot of energy, or maybe you're too greedy of money or lust or something, and then it will consume a lot of energy. And especially if there are some disasters happening, say for example, say for children, in case the parent has an accident and get disabled, then the children will be so sad what to do, and then their vital energy will be seriously damaged. And another thing is surgery. So surgery, because of any reason, if you have surgery, maybe the tumor has been removed. However, the cut on the belly has leaked the vital energy. So to get the vital energy back, you just had some, bone or tendon injury, then you need 100 days, and so get the vital energy back, maybe you'll need a year, or even you'll never get back if you don't have money to see good doctors, and then you just every day you're very sick with illnesses, and just because of lack of vital energy. When the vital energy cannot support one of the organs, say for example kidney and bladder, when your bladder, say for example, is full with 500 grams of urine, and then your brain will tell you, oh, you need to urinate to release the urine. So healthy people would be like that. But if the energy, it's like the power is not enough, then the bladder will sense different. Maybe there's not much urine, maybe just 1 or 2 drops, but the system is chaotic, and because the body is not healthy, and then you feel like you need to go to the washroom, but there's only 1 or 2 drops. And another scenario is that you need to go to the washroom, but after 2-3 steps before you even reach the washroom, the urine came out. And so to urinate, there's like a valve, or every animal also has that valve. When there's not enough energy, it's just like, okay, it's like a like automatic door, and you press the button and then the door will open. And then if you don't have enough energy, and then the door will open, cannot open completely and cannot close completely. When it's not supposed to urinate, it will come out, and when it is supposed to urinate, then so it's kind of chaotic. And also including night yeah, get up and go to the washroom. It's if it's too much, it's because of lack of energy, and with lack of energy, you'll lose hair, your eyes will be blurry, you will even lose teeth, and maybe you would have toothache, and maybe cocoon eyes, and so all of these will happen. So the person lack of energy would be very weak, and also memory would be bad, temper would be bad. And Lin Xiangdan said, yeah, she was very grumpy before. The lower energy person is, the worse tempered he would be. So lack of energy will cause mood swings and emotions. Everything will become a big issue. And she can only yell. So after she walked 100 days, this transformed. So first of all, she can sleep soundly. And she can sleep through the night. And she doesn't need to, she can fall asleep immediately. And also 8 years of urine leakage disappeared without even knowing. And it's really very embarrassing, especially in the summer, because you don't wear much, right? And if you sneeze and suddenly urine will come. And so some people, they dare not go out because it's really inconvenient. And even go out to have dinner is very inconvenient. Joy said, I know an auntie at the airport, and the airplane is about to depart, and so she need to walk very fast. And because she walked too fast, and she leaked urine, and when she went to the airplane, it's so embarrassing. And so she had to find pajamas to put on, and it's so embarrassing. So these people really need to walk Energy Bagua, and they will get well. So if you have these symptoms, then go to a nearby Energy Bagua practice point and our Bodhi Meditation Center to learn Energy Bagua. Or you can learn Energy Bagua online from Grandmaster. Of course, if you just walk by yourself, will never be as good as walking in a group. Even though you have, Grandmaster said, yes, of course, even though you have the need, but because of all kinds of reasons, you probably won't be able to persist. But if you are walking with other people, the energy is stronger, and you'll recover sooner. And so shall we give a present to Lin Xiangdan, this mother of 4? All right. Give her these earrings. Wow, pearl earrings. I wish your dreams come true. Auspiciousness and wish fulfillment. Received. Thank you, Grandmaster. And next, let's watch another sharing. Hello, Grandmaster. My name is De Ying. I come from Taiwan Xinbei Haishan Meditation Center, Bodhi Meditation Center. I'm 54 because of menopause. When I sleep at night, my palpitation is very serious. I would be tossed and taught, and I try very hard to find a comfortable position for my heart to feel better. And usually it will take more than an hour for me to finally fall asleep. And so this is really a torture for me. And after I fall asleep, I would have to get up 2 or 3 times, go to the washroom, and therefore my sleep quality is not good at all. And last week, when Grandmaster is doing the live stream, Grandmaster gave us the recipe for Sleeping Beauty Sleeping Beauty Tea. And so I got that tea, and I found that only within 10 minutes I fell asleep. And And that night, I only went to the washroom once, and my sleep quality became much better. And what makes me even happier is that when I was measuring my blood pressure, usually most of the time, my systolic blood pressure was 140, and the diastolic blood pressure was like 90 something, and it comes down to 128 and like 80 something. For 4 years, I've never has been so low. I'm so overjoyed, Grandmaster JinBodhi. You're so wonderful. This Bodhi Sleeping Beauty Tea is so effective, so wonderful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Grandmaster. Bodhi Sleeping Beauty Tea. Oh, I didn't expect. I thought it was Bagua that made her sleep better, but I didn't expect that it's the Sleeping Beauty Tea that made her sleep better. A lot of our online friends tried, and it's very effective. Anybody here on site who has tried the Sleeping Beauty Tea? Is it effective? Yeah? Oh, you slept until 2 p.m. that night. I don't have the insomnia, so very, very rare. And I have this recipe, but I've never tried it. In order to be safe, I actually prepared some of these tea myself. I dare not tell you the result. Well, did he say my wife had tried it, and she used to be a very, hardworking person, but she couldn't wake up. Yeah, usually she would get up at 5 a.m. and she couldn't get up at 7:30 even. And so, this is really good. Catch up all the sleep from the previous year. I dare not sleep. I don't have insomnia, so. But really, after the tea, you don't really want to get up. So, so this would be good for people with sleeping issues. So this is an ancient recipe. So, shall we introduce this this recipe again? So I've actually put all the recipes here. Yeah, so there's they put all the recipes here so that I can introduce all of them to you. So you can write it down. The recipe is very, very, very simple. So 5 or 6 slices of dried lily bulbs. It's not the lily, it's the lily bulb. Looks like the onion kind of shape. And also 5 rose. Oh, you think, I have this big rose. Oh, if I have 5 or 6 of them, they would be so big, right? Well, so 5 to 10 roses is those. No, if you go to the Chinese herb store and you buy those dried rose, yeah, those dried rose petals. Yeah, they're just about a peanut size. Actually, yeah, very small. So this part, yeah, it clears the liver and clear the eyes, and so it depends on if you want your complexion to be better. If your complexion is not very good, not very rosy, then you can put more rose there. If your complexion is fine, if you cannot sleep, your complexion won't be too good, right? But Anyways, you decide how many roses you should put in. 6 to 10 roses, dried roses. If it's a fresh rose, just 1 rose would be enough because that's a big rose, right? And next, the most important part is I think it's the sour, like jujube. So it's not the red dates. It's the kernel of the sour jujube. And you can buy it in the Chinese herb store. And so you need 5 grams. And on top of these kernels, it actually is like waxed. And so if you put it into the water cannot soak in. It's almost like a plastic covered the kernel. So I suggest you would crush it. But you do not need to completely smash it. Just crush it. And so inside, that's how the inside medicinal ingredient will be able to come into the tea. So this only 3 simple ingredients. And then you use 700 milliliters of water. So 700 milliliter, usually a bottle of mineral water is 500 milliliters. Yeah, so 500 milliliters per bottle. So 700 milliliter is about a bottle and a half. And then you should cook the 700 milliliter into 500 milliliter. And then this whole bottle of water, you just that bottle of tea, that actually 500 milliliter of tea, you should drink it slowly a whole day. Whenever you feel like drinking some water, you just drink the whole day until it's time to go to bed. And therefore, your body is starting to absorb the effect of this recipe. And after you take a shower, maybe you already feel sleepy. Absolutely, you can also drink all of them after supper, and then you walk Energy Bagua and take a little walk, and then you drink it. I've never tried that way. If you need that, you can try it. So you cannot put too much sour jujube kernel. Yeah, you don't want you put too much and then you fall asleep right away. The stronger this tea is, the more harmful it could be. So we need to be more gentle. After 3 days or 2 days, it's already effective. After 10 days, maybe you're already sleeping very well. After 2-3 days, it's already starting to be effective. And after 10 days, it might be very effective. And so you can give it a try. So this is the Bodhi Sleeping Beauty Tea recipe. So our new online friends or our existing online friends, you can all give it a try. So, this lady, she slept so well. Should we give her a present? Sure. I will also give her this pearl earring. I wish you health, longevity, and sleep very soundly and sweet dreams. And receive. Thank you, Grandmaster. And also some babies, they like to cry and cannot sleep. And so let's watch a video and see how they solve the problem. So hello, Grandmaster. My name is JinBodhi, and I'm from Singapore. I have a 5-month-old baby boy. Sometimes he cries a lot before bedtime at night. No matter how we held him, comforted him, or milk him, he would cry for at least an hour. So my husband and I took turns to comfort him. He'd also wake up in the middle of the night in the last 2 weeks. Sometimes he cried for milk. Other times he cried for play. One night he woke up at 3 a.m. and played until 5 a.m. before going to sleep again. It exhausted my husband and me. One day, my husband had to work overtime and couldn't get home until midnight. So I needed to take care of my baby alone. I wished he would sleep well, otherwise I couldn't handle him. That night, after heating him, however, he cried and wouldn't sleep. I thought I might try Grandmaster's sleep music. Life is a dream, so I played the music for him in just a few minutes. He closed his eyes and started to sleep. Not only did he fall asleep immediately, but he also slept until 7 a.m. the following morning. I finally got a good night's sleep. Now, I put on the Life is a Dream music before his nap during the day. He fell asleep quickly every time. Thank you, Grandmaster, for giving us such a convenient and effective method and giving our baby a very good sleep. I always thought that the best thing for the baby to sleep is to nurse him or her. But at night, he can have also different things happening. Yeah. So little baby didn't care, but the parents are really, that's a big problem. They've already worked a whole day or looked after the baby for a whole day. If they cannot sleep, that would be terrible. Joyce, you said when you were looking after the baby, you always look forward to a whole night's sleep. I asked my mom and I asked the divine, when can I have a good night's sleep? But nobody answered me. Maybe they say, I don't know how. Yeah. At that time, your child didn't want to sleep. Every 2-3 hours, you would have to, you have to nurse her, right? Well, maybe Grandmaster was joking that she just came to the world and not used to the world. Some kids, some babies, they're just getting very awake at night, just like adults who have insomnia. They would jump and cry, and they even though they cannot talk. But the parents are so exhausting, and they need to play with him or her, otherwise they would cry. But the parents, how can they work during the daytime? Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah. So Qingben is very wise, and she tried the Life is a Dream music, and then the baby would just fall asleep. I remember that when I was young, when I was pregnant, and then those specialists, gynecological specialists would say, you need to listen to light music so the baby will sleep well, and the classic music will make them to sleep well. They would recommend a lot of lullabies and some light music for the baby. But now, these specialists would say, now you need to listen to Life is a Dream, and then the babies will sleep well. So some music will be soothing, some music will not. Say, for example, Grandmaster said, when I was young, once somebody was a music teacher, and I talked about meditation music. I don't know if the teacher knows music really, and she said, I know the music. I'll recommend a music that's very good for meditation and sleep. So it's a very very sad music. Actually, she recommended as a Chinese music. But I listened to the music, but I cried. I didn't fall asleep. So Grandmaster said. Anyways, for meditation, human frequency or energy or sound or the rhythm of your talk or your walk or how you do things. I don't know about other meditation masters. I actually feel more. I would also observe and study these. I found that music that makes you feel very comfortable. The frequency is actually very skillful. When they want you to, to want to move, then it will be dun da, like you would be like a deer. You want to jump, and there's a kind of music will be dong. Can you jump? You almost want to fall, right? So this frequency is very important. And also the rhythm, and also that volume of the sound, and also the quality of the sound. If that person practiced very well, that she practiced a very good sound. If someone who cultivate very well, they can practice a very cultivate and practice and get a very good sound, a very good voice. If you meditate very well, you will have beautiful voice and will have beautiful appearance and also beautiful complexion. If you meditate well, everything will be good. Oh, that's a very good, very good understanding. Wow, I'll give you a prize for that good understanding. So this rock will be yours. You can take it at the end of the day. Oh no, our online friend has already purchased it. Oh, this is a very wise online friend. This actually is very effective to improve Feng Shui, to actually dissolve the bad energy. Maybe if there's a chimney or a hospital, even the hospital is good for the patients, but in every hospital, every day there will be people dying. And so when you are looking at the hospital, you don't know what energy you're connecting. So if your house is facing a church, I'm actually disclose a secret. Yeah, let's don't say what religion it is. So in the far away, there's a church or something. Is this a good Feng Shui or? Well, usually it is not. Well, you cannot compete with God. So they will absorb your energy. It's not like Buddha. Buddha always want to give, not absorb. And when you see something, maybe like a funeral house, or if you open the window and then you can see a big willow tree, and the willow tree, the tree leaves are like the hair. This is not very good. Why the willow tree is not good? Christine say, willow trees sometimes will attract a kind of energy, not very good anyway. So we're not going to tell you the detail. We don't want to frighten you. Anyways, it's not good, so you need to avoid it. So when we try to avoid these Feng Shui problems, usually we avoid it through very good texture and good shaped stones and trees or plants or sand plate to dissolve that bad energy. And if you want to dissolve it, for those people who actually had good connection, because their house is actually facing a road and there's a park, the energy, if the energy is not very good, then I put a Bodhi vase and I put another stone beside the vase, and that's enough. So the stone will release the sharp energy, and then the other energy will be absorbed by the vase, and then will absorb by the vase, and good energy will be released from the vase. So So there are different colored stones. Say, for example, yellow ones. Yellow stones actually is good for your kidney. Green ones is clearing the liver, is beneficial for the liver. And the turquoise is good for gallbladder and kidney. And black ones are good for kidney. And light color ones or white ones good for lungs. And crystals or transparent ones, they actually have a kind of radiation that helps people to be smarter and purify the energy field. And the red one represents blood and sun, fire. So all of these helps you to dispel evil energy and charge with good energy, and it's also good for the heart. Yes, absolutely. Red ones are always good for the heart. Actually, red pepper is good for the heart. Yes, that's true. So I'm only going to introduce a little bit about the stone. So let's come back to the music. So this little baby, how old is the baby? Like 5 months? Already understand the music? Oh, so Grandmaster, your music doesn't care how old they are. So this is the charm of a special music, and yeah, it's really wonderful. This little baby is very good, and also has a very good comic bond with Grandmaster. And look at the mom, so happy. Yeah, if the baby can be well, then the parents would be happy. Very lovely, adorable baby. So let's give a present to the mom and the baby. Such a little baby. What should I give the baby? A small stone. Yeah, that's a good idea. Such a little baby. This is a very special stone for the baby. Hope you will be purified and sleep well and auspicious and safe. And also a present for the mother. I'll give this young mother a Buddhist bead, diamond Bodhi bead. I wish you auspiciousness and wish fulfillment, health, and happiness for the whole family. Received. Thank you, Grandmaster. And another online friend also introduced another music, Grandmaster's music that helped her to sleep. It's the bone melting meditation. So, hello, Grandmaster. My name is Huang Yupei. I'm from Taiwan. I'm a teacher. Before the meditation, I had very light sleep and always have a lot of dreams. When I close my eyes, there are lots of thoughts in my mind. It's very difficult for me to relax. After I came to Bodhi meditation, I started to learn all the different meditations that Grandmaster taught. I really love all Grandmaster's healing music. I will always play the bone melting meditation in the room, and only until bedtime I will turn the volume down. So before sleep, I will listen to the beautiful music and with Grandmaster's healing guidance so that I can deeply relax my body and my mind. Without even knowing, I would enter into my dream and I sleep very soundly. Even at the middle of the night, I go to the washroom and I come back and I fall asleep again and sleep through the night. It becomes very normal, very natural and easy. And every night after listening to the bone melting meditation, the next day all the negative emotions seems to be all resolved and all my mindset and my thoughts are very positive. And I'm very good at transforming my emotions. I'm so grateful for Grandmaster for such auspicious, wonderful healing music. So this is like esoteric meditation. Many people has never tried this bone melting meditation. Anybody who have tried it really love this. It's so amazing. For insomnia, you do not even need a cannon to hit or kill a mosquito. Well, just a joke. Yeah, it can actually heal a lot of unknown things. So you really need to listen to Master's teaching about how profound this meditation is. But the meditation of bone melting is definitely very welcomed by many people with insomnia. And a lot of people say, oh, they've never know how many times Grandmaster has, guided the relaxation because they've never ever be able to come to the end of the music. And so where can we find this music? You can go to Yin website. You need to purchase this. You can purchase the digital version. If you go to the Bodhi Meditation Center, you probably will be able to still buy the CD, but if you go to Yin, you could also get the digital file. It's very convenient for you to upload to your phone. And yeah, you can just take a picture of this and then you go to that Yin website, you'll be able to find it. Another friend from Hong Kong said she or he just purchased it and he's asking whether she can also play it in the daytime. So this sister has already mentioned that she played this music as a background music, and then at night it becomes soothing music to help her to fall asleep. So Grandmaster said, I will explain this a little later. I think bone melting is not that simple. It helps you to fall asleep. This is a definite thing that will happen. It's a side product. The true effect is so much more than the sleeping need. If it for health issues, it can actually deal with very serious and very even fatal diseases, and then it would be like very serious issues. Or people who practice and meditate and cannot advance, then listen to this meditation would help them. And those of you who want to awaken your wisdom, this is very good. So, however, sleeping, it will just happen to also help sleeping. So, in the daytime, if you do not need to sleep, I actually do not suggest you to play it. In the daytime, you can play, say, for example, Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra or other Buddha's, Bodhisattva's sacred name. Thank you, Grandmaster, for your guidance. So shall we give a present to this friend, online friend? This is a lady, yes. A lady, okay. I wonder if she pierced her ears. I think this, like a butterfly shaped, like a diamond, like it's not diamond, but it's this earring looks very pretty. Yeah, you look younger and beautiful. So this is for Miss Huang. Wish you health, longevity, auspiciousness, and wish fulfillment. Receive. Thank you, Grandmaster. And actually, we're having a lot of online friends leaving in the live chat. Song Qian said, hello, Grandmaster. In 2013, I had uterine surgery, and maybe because it hurt the nerves and I don't have the urinary feeling, and so I have to feel how full my abdomen is and how long it's already been to remind myself to go to the washroom. At the time I started to practice the meditation of greater illumination, only practice 1 year, I now can have the feeling of urination. So yeah, so before, because of the surgery, he or she lose the sense of urination. Yeah, so this surgery maybe hurt the nerve. So even there are lots of urines, then her brain, say for example her brain doesn't receive the signal of needing to urinate. Yeah, so that's a terrible thing. So what did she do? Oh, she practiced the meditation of greater illumination. This is the main meditation. 1年. Oh, after a year, she now get back that sense of urination. Yeah, that's a miracle, because that's because of the surgery that hurt the nerve, to allow her to resume that feeling of urination. It's almost like the nerve is rebuilt or regenerated, because otherwise, even until she get old, she won't never have that sense. So that's Song Qian. She's very lucky, wonderful. Yeah, congratulations, Song Qian. I'll give you a present. All right, this one. This is pretty. Yeah, so this earring has a lot of pretty pearls. Looks so pretty. I wish Song Qian wish fulfillment and auspiciousness, health and longevity. Receive. Thank you, Grandmaster. And next, another baby. Baby sleep. Let's listen to this sharing. Hello, everyone. My name is Lin Wei Tong. In 2020, in February, I had a baby boy. When he was just born, when he was 2-3 months, every night he would cry, and as if he didn't know it's night, and he would not sleep at night. And my husband and I was so anxious, and we do everything. We would change diapers and feed him, and also check the air conditioning and see if it's not too cold. And we did everything, and we just don't know why he's always crying. So at the time, I suddenly realized, oh, Grandmaster just mentioned that the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra will help us to calm down. So I rushed to play Grandmaster's and Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and I followed Grandmaster to chant, and while I'm holding him, and I don't know how long it took. My baby boy started to calm down and quiet down, and then fall asleep. I feel this is such a miracle. And then after the baby is sleeping, I immediately put the Buddhist rope under his pillow. Grandmaster said the Buddhist rope under the pillow will help us to sleep. If that works for adults, definitely also for the baby. So I put it under the baby's pillow, and I also offered lights for him, so that the light would illuminate him, so that it would be easier for us to look after him. I'm so grateful for Grandmaster and Guru Rinpoche. Ever since that day, every day he would sleep through the night. I believe my baby, with Grandmaster's blessing, he would be auspicious and healthy and happy and grow healthily. Thank you, Grandmaster. Oh, there's another music that will help the baby to sleep. Wow. So Grandmaster, yeah, the singing bowl, Life is a Dream, it actually, you put the, sleeping energy there but the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, just like the bone melting meditation, it's not aimed at helping sleep. It's a comprehensive one. How come the baby only listened to Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra and also improved his sleep situation? So Grandmaster says, well, it's a long story. Everybody, I'm talking about adults because little babies won't be able to express. For adults, if you cannot sleep well, is it because you have watched a very terrible, terror movie or see something terrible? Yeah, every adult might have that experience before, right? Yeah. Maybe a lot of people, they say, oh, in order to avoid that, you don't want to watch terror movies. And some would think, oh, it's not terrible. But suddenly there's a terrible scene that startle you or frighten you. And a lot of the ladies are not brave enough. Yeah, so if they ever watch terror movie, they won't be able to sleep well. But some people are very brave. And they would probably hold a stick and still continue to watch the terror movie. Yeah, so Christine said, I will watch like this, covering the eyes. It depends on whether it's an interesting one. But a baby, sometimes when he cannot sleep, is it because of some other reasons? For babies, they usually don't have insomnia. They don't have any pressure. They don't even understand any language. How can they? They haven't lose love. They haven't lose money. They don't have pressure for, for the business or job or nothing. They just need to eat and sleep and So. But some babies, especially at 2 or 3 a.m., when the parents really need to sleep, they sit up, even though they cannot say something. They would just cry and touch you. And then if you do not look after him, he would cry even more. And so a lot of moms are really suffering from this. And a lot of the kids were pointing at something, and then the mom would say, there's nothing, why are you crying? And some babies at a certain time at the midnight, and then he would sit there and talk to someone. You think that you're not talking to the baby, but he's like talking to another person, but you don't see anybody else. And an online friend wrote to me and he said, at 3 a.m., the baby would talk and then talk for an hour and then fall asleep. The next day, when you ask the baby, he didn't know, not the baby, but the little child, he didn't know what's happening. And then they went to the pediatric doctor, and the pediatric doctor say, he doesn't know. They don't know how to explain it. And the parents are so tortured, and so usually they will go to find a meditation master, or some masters are very powerful, and then they would say, maybe the baby has seen something not very clean. What is not clean? Maybe the qi of evil qi or ghost. For adults to see that usually is when they are very weak, and then your frequency would be very low, then you will probably see. But for little babies, because they are so young, the crown is not fully grown yet, and so before 6 years old, they usually would be able to see. And when they see that terrible shape, they want to cry, and they might even play with them or say something. Do you still remember that little girl who they say, there's a little girl who plays on the slide, right? And there's a Singapore online friend who said that her daughter was playing with somebody else in the room. So adults or parents usually won't be able to see, but the little baby or the child would be able to see. And so if the adults see a shadow, And you would think, oh, that's not a shadow that is explainable, but would you be very frightened and you would be very nervous? And sometimes the baby would be frightened and cannot sleep. And yeah, if you have some, or if they are playing with the baby, then the baby won't be able to sleep. So at this time, the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, if you play that, so that thing will be frightened away, and then the baby will be able to sleep. When Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra is played, then the Dharma protector is here. And then when they touch the baby's head, then the baby definitely will be able to fall asleep. So evil energy or that causes not able to sleep. So these kind of confusion or a lot of things that's hard to understand by everyone. So sometimes it's a problem from the ancestors, maybe the karmic bond between the ancestors and the baby, or maybe the relationship between the ancestors and the parents. And so maybe because of the ancestors came and the baby cannot sleep. Cannot sleep is just a small issue. It can even cause serious illnesses or even die, and so that would be very dangerous. And it can also have something to do with the location, or there are some evil energies. Say, for example, somebody committed suicide in this house or in this room, or being killed in this room. You didn't know, and if you live there, then your family might feel very uneasy and see some terrible scenes, especially babies. And of course, the baby won't be able to sleep well. And another thing is because of the Feng Shui has brought negative energy. We mentioned a lot of them earlier, and it could the most serious would be killing, but less serious would be causing accidents, car accidents, or being killed, or illnesses. And even lighter, it can cause like mental disorder, or yeah, even mental disorder is already a lighter result or less serious result. Oh, and there's also those kind of evil, spells, and maybe somebody is sick and then they invite someone to come and do some spells. And if they put a terrible spell, some people can die within 100 days, or the whole family might have accidents. It could be completely terrible. That can happen. And so in our environment, there can be a lot of things that we can control, but there are also a lot of things that's invisible. But bad things still happens. So there are so many problems like this. And therefore, this little baby, he cannot sleep well. But after playing Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and it's sang by myself because I practice and cultivate every day, and I do have some compassion, and this Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra will attract many diamond protectors to help you to purify this environment, whether the baby or the little kid will sleep better, and also actually guard your house and your home. And so, so Li Fengling said, that's right. My granddaughter at 7 months old and was crying, and we played Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and she was able to sleep well. So, and another adult, Liu Huiming from Los Angeles, San Francisco, she said, I always follow Grandmaster's YouTube and your live stream. I benefited so much. I'd like to share my younger brother's benefit. He is 63, and 3 years ago, he had a tumor and had a surgery. But after the surgery, he didn't have appetite and insomnia and very grumpy and seriously affected the quality of life, especially the quality of sleep. So last year when we had the Guru Rinpoche's Heart Mantra sponsorship, I did the sponsorship on behalf of him and myself, and he also downloaded Guru Rinpoche's Heart Mantra and he will listen during the night. And miracle happened when Grandmaster is singing Guru Rinpoche's Heart Mantra. My younger brother's sleep improves rapidly after 3 months, and from only sleep 2 hours, 3 hours to sleep through the night. And because he can sleep well, he would be very energetic and he's full of hope and full of energy every day. So this really saved his life. Yeah. So so a lot of people benefited a lot from Grandmaster's music. And hello, Grandmaster, my colleague's baby will sit up and cry at a certain time, a fixed time, and give him Medicine Buddha's heart mantra. And then the baby's sit up and cry disappeared. And so this is not like because of hungry or something. So this might be because there are evil energy and disturbances. And so our online friends would say these kind of evil things happen. It's actually a lot of families encounter that. So what should they do? You cannot just play music or chant. Actually, we learned the Aristotle Bodhisattva's Sutra, right? If you make offerings to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas statues to benefit 1,000 kilometers around you. And so the people who made the offering will receive the auspicious blessings from this Buddha or Bodhisattva. When you need to sleep, you can sleep. When you need to make money, you can make money. You'll be healthy and live long, and the evil energy will be dispelled. So this is because of the merit of the offering. And especially the ancient Buddha statues, whatever material it is, maybe made of clay or bronze, or maybe gold gilded, and even some iron ones. In the Ming Dynasty, they have some iron ones, and also tankas. The Tibetan Buddhism, because from this family to another family, sometimes it's like dozens of kilometers to bring a Buddha statue is not very easy. They become a small bronze statue, or they would make these tankas. They use special cloth and use natural colorings and pigments to paint the tanka to offer and bless, and so make offerings to these Buddha statues and tankas and pictures. You will receive the blessings and protection of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. When Buddhas, Bodhisattvas are bringing you the auspiciousness, then at least there will be 18 deities or heavenly beings protect you and bless you. So this is the Guru Rinpoche's statue. He was you can understand him as the Buddha in Tibet at that time. At that time, there were lots of evil religions or teachings or schools were all conquered by him. He has like boundless dharma power. So this is also the statue of Guru Rinpoche, and this is also a bronze gold gilded bronze statue, and these are not antiques. And they are not expensive at all. So the smaller statue, is it an antique? Oh yes, this is over 200 years. So can you guess who this statue is? Is this taro. Is this a white taro? This is the statue of, green taro. Green taro. Green taro is one of the manifestation of Guanyin Bodhisattva. There's green taro, white taro, and red taro. One of her leg or his leg is outside of the lotus seat. Guanyin Bodhisattva is like ready to stand up at any time to help all sentient beings. So this statue is over 200 years. It's from the Qing dynasty, from the Qianlong time. It's a Tibetan statue. So just the offering itself will receive Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all deities' protection and blessings. So these statues, after so many years, we don't know how many meditation masters has made offerings and worship this statue. The older the statue is, the more blessings, the more powerful these statues are. Whether adults or little kid, if they see anything not auspicious or anything evil, if you see this statue immediately that night, you'll be able to sleep through the night. So in the past, I actually have used this way to help, and it's very, very effective. Actually, everybody need it. Actually, that is true. If you suddenly had a car accident, then this is something like a disaster that you have to encounter in your life. But if you sincerely worship and offer Buddha's or Bodhisattvas statue, if like on the 1st and 15th day of the lunar month, you would offer incense and water and fruits and everything, and clean the meditation room or the altar, and then you'll definitely receive the protection and blessings. Some statues cannot be offered in the bedroom, but the statues, especially in the restful expression from the Tibetan esoteric Buddhism school, this one is a handmade. It's made of silver, and a lot of, and also Mahakala's statue, and also the Yama and Yami, the figure of Yama and Yami, and a lot of the statues of the esoteric Buddhism, and including Guru Rinpoche's statue, they can be offered in the bedroom. And so if we can offer them in the bedroom, definitely the sleep will be much better and will be blessed, and the whole life will be blessed, because you have the blessings from Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and a lot of people, they spend a lot of time, a lot of money to have the ultra red light, but Buddha light will be shining on you all time, and you will be living auspiciously, and your health, your fortune, and your career, everything will be good. So it's like in all directions, all aspects, and that also include Ersto Bodhisattva's statue. Well, in the Ersto Bodhisattva Sutra, make offerings and offer Ersto Bodhisattva's statue. Some people think, if we offer Ersto Bodhisattva Sutra, would that attract, souls from the other world, from the hell or something? But Buddha's statue is so huge. Your family is only like one, a millions of that, and so the Buddha statue, Bodhisattva statue is like 1,000,000 times more than your house, and so definitely they will be able to cover and protect and and bless your home. And so in the future, maybe we should review the Ersto Bodhisattva Sutra. It's very important, and everything that I'm saying here is not like created by myself. Everything is recorded in the Buddhist scripture. I'm just, sharing what is said in the scripture. If you make offerings to these Buddha statues, to these Buddhas, and offer these Buddha statues, definitely will bring you tons of benefit. And also those incense burners, and also especially ancient ones, those furbas or vajra pestles, and also those bells and horns or dharma bells, and also singing bowls, and also those bowls and kettles and teacups and vases and those water vases. Actually, those water vases, they're blessed by those Dharma masters. They actually are on behalf of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or the green Tara, and to bless these water bottle, and these water would be the nectars, and then your whole family will be at peace and auspiciousness, and you're like having a bottle with super nectar. So it would be so auspicious. A lot of the Dharma tools and blessed gifts, if a true cultivation master give you only one bead, it should be you should cherish that so much. Maybe you can avoid one accident. This would be so wonderful, right? And some people would say, "Oh, what if it doesn't happen?" Well, Buddhas and Bodhisattva will let you see that this will happen, because this is something that you were supposed to encounter and experience, and they will let you see how serious it could be, but you won't be hurt. Every year, at least 10 people from the Vancouver Center, they say, "Oh, I had a car accident, but I have Master's picture, and I have all the car tassel, and then the car is a total loss, but I didn't get hurt at all." And some even disciples' children, they were driving the car, rolled and fell into the field, but the children didn't get hurt. But their children, I think there's also one.
I remember it was in 1995 or 1996. There was a government official from the Hebei province. His son studied from me, and his son was in the transport industry, and he had a lot of large trucks. And that year, it was during the Chinese New Year. During Chinese New Year, people buy a lot of things, and so this transportation company was very busy. And also they have a lot of trucks, but they don't have enough drivers. And so this government official's son started driving the trucks himself. And because he's the boss, he's the owner of the company, so he rarely drives long distance. And this time he drove 6 to 8 hours to Tianjin to make a delivery. And his father, the government official, was worried about him, so he gave him one of my pictures. I was very young at then, and he gave my picture. He laminated my picture and gave that picture to his son. And because it was in the winter, the road was icy, and he was. So back then things were not so calm, and when he came back from that trip, his father came to find me and thanked me. On his way back from the delivery, on the way there was a big curve, and because there was a lot of snow, the trucks passing by have turned the snow into black ice. And he saw there's already a car that had an accident on the curve, and he couldn't stop, but he crashed into that car. And he yelled, "Master, help me!" And he saw a white flash. And after hearing a loud bang, he lost his consciousness. And 2 hours later, when the emergency crew came, he was driving a truck that is flat on the front, so there's no, it's not like the engine is elongated at the front. So it's like many buses. The driver drives at the very front, and it was a severe car accident. And the emergency crew said that just saw the truck open because the driver is probably dead. And he tried his best to make a sound and told the emergency crew that he's alive. The emergency crew was amazed. The car was almost, the front of the car is flattened and he is still alive. So they carefully sawed the car open and dragged him out. He only has a broken fibula, like a broken lower leg bone. And he saved his life. The truck was totaled, but he saved his life. And the young man, after he woke up, he told his dad that there was a white light, as if the white light covered him, and he couldn't hear anything. He saw that he can hear his heart pumping, and he can feel that, he can breathe, and he know that there was a car accident and he's stuck in the truck. And he heard the emergency crew say that the person's dead, just saw the car open, and that's why he made the sound and told them that I'm still alive. And so he was okay. So this parent and son must be very grateful to Master because Master saved his life. So Master's protection, and also at Bodhi meditation, Master's protection is incredible. And many people purchase dharma items which has great protection power. There are so many sharings and testimonials of such protection and blessing. So at home, when you cannot sleep well, when you feel unpeaceful, there's many reasons. The doctor might just tell you that you are unhealthy. Maybe it's your nervous system. Maybe you eat something wrong. The doctor will say that it's some sort of ailments or health issues. But I think there's health issue, but there's also other issues. Do you have any comments? Master, I want to read a comment to you. This is a sharing. Jinia Hao says, yesterday, I received the Guru Rinpoche's image that I got. I actually had a cold and I couldn't walk. I was so weak. But the day that I received Guru Rinpoche's portrait, I had strength, and also my younger daughter had a fever, but then that fever subsided right away. I think it's probably because Guru Rinpoche is here, and so my house is peaceful and auspicious. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Guru Rinpoche. So this is a great blessing energy. When your house is not peaceful, there's many different aspects. Is there more sharings? Let me read one more from our online friend. This is from Dung Ah Mui. I am from Malaysia, from Wander's Dharma Center. Once she couldn't sleep for 2 weeks, and she told the teacher at the center. The teacher asked her whether she has practiced the meditation of bone melting. She said, "Yes, I do." Then the teacher said, "You have master's treasure already. You should use it." And so she went home and lay on the bed and listened to master's energy blessing. And then she fell asleep right away, and she had a sound sleep. The next day, she came back to the center and told her story, and they could see that she had a good night's sleep. And she was so happy to tell them that I had a good night's sleep because I listened to meditation of bone melting. Mimi shared, "Dear Master, I am 51 years old. From 16 years old to 33 years old, I had 4 major surgical operations in my abdomen, somewhere in the intestine, and it made me very weak, and I had insomnia and migraine for 20 years. I have this migraine every few days. It's very painful, and I have to wear a hat every single day. Since 2020, I started to learn Energy Bagua by myself because it's already the pandemic has already started and everywhere it's locked down. And so I learned to practice Energy Bagua by myself. I use my mobile phone to play Master's teachings and blessing music, and I even play it all night long. And this year, in March, during a physical checkup, I realized my kidney stone has disappeared, and I realized that I haven't had a headache since Chinese New Year, and I don't need to wear a hat anymore. And when I listen to Life is a Dream, I can fall asleep right away. So this is a new online student, and many illnesses has already disappeared, and a lot of them are chronic illness. I'm very grateful and respectful to Master. When I leave the house, I always play Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and I pray for blessing, and I wear Bodhi Meditation's clothing and Dharma items, and I also give these Dharma items to my family so everyone can receive blessing from Master. Thank you, Master. Xin Qingjing says, "Dear Master, Master's blessed Zibi has saved a sister's life. She had a car accident. Her car ran off a bridge. There were 4 people in the car. The car was totaled, but the 4 passengers were not harmed at all. And it's because the driver was wearing Master's blood zibit. Do you remember we told a true story? The story of the white helmet. Do you remember this story? It happened at the end of April. One day, this husband and wife went out riding on a motorcycle. The husband was riding the motorcycle, and the wife is a passenger. The husband asked the wife, "Did you see a man laying on the road with a white helmet beside them, and their motorbike is on the ground?" And the wife didn't see anything, and she didn't think too much about it, and they went home. And on the 3rd day after this incident, the husband rode the motorcycle to deliver takeout orders, and the husband wore a white helmet, and he had an accident and passed away from it. He actually rear-ended a large truck, and he was in the blind spot of the truck driver, and so he passed away. And afterward, the wife realized that where her husband had the accident is about the same place where she had this image. And when we hear this sharing, the wife who is still alive, we we know that she felt that her husband actually saw the image of himself dying in the car accident. He already had this vision, but the wife didn't see it. And because they didn't understand, if they understood, we were discussing this case. We actually discussed another case that was in comparison. So this person, she had a vision as well, but she understood it because her bracelet broke apart. Her mother did all sorts of offerings, light offerings, and they saved her father's life. But in the story of the white helmet, these people didn't understand it. They saw that maybe it's just an illusion. They didn't think that it's a vision. They saw that it has nothing to do with them. But 3 days later, the husband passed away at exactly the same spot. And he had this vision. Why did he have that vision? It's because it's a vision that comes before he passes away. And he actually he had a vision because the wife had a connection to Master. If she has told it to the Master earlier, maybe things would be different. And what is this evil energy? Say that 2 or 3 years ago, maybe there was another rider, another biker who died there wearing a white helmet. And so that evil spirit is trying to find a scapegoat so that that spirit can be reborn. And it's the same case for many lakesides or riversides. Say that if a person has drowned at the lake, that died ghost cannot be reborn, so that he is waiting at that lake or water to find another scapegoat. And it's the same for the case of the white helmet. These incidents, if you felt that, oh, maybe it's unfortunate, if you can contact me, or if you can contact a Bodhi meditation center, if you ask a cultivator there to give you a blessing to eliminate that calamity for you, maybe you will be able to avoid this incident, this unfortunate event. Maybe you will have an accident, but you won't die from it because you will have Buddha light protecting you. If you wear a dharma item that has been blessed by a genuine self-cultivation master, maybe it's just a very small rock. Not to speak of dharma items. So a master who is a genuine, true cultivator, they're blessing their dharma energy. If they bless it to an item, a piece of paper, a clothing, a ritual instrument, this item will be able to help with ailments, and eliminate calamities, disasters. If he had told us this earlier, then maybe it wouldn't have happened. He didn't understand what it meant. The vision, the brother of the white helmet, maybe he has dreamed of it, that his brother has become a scapegoat. So we should. Master says, what if you wear something small, even though no matter how small it is, as long as it's blessed by a self-cultivation master, this small item will emit thousands, millions rays of light, and it will ward off the evil so that that evil energy or spirit cannot even go near you. You will be protected by this golden light. There are many online friends who are leaving messages online. Vienna says there is a practitioner's child who always cries at home, but when they bring the child to the meditation center, the child wouldn't cry, and he's very happy. And so this practitioner realized that there's something wrong with her home. It's not very clean, and there's bad energy. So she brought Master's celestial chant to play at home, and afterward the child wouldn't cry at home anymore. So if you understand it, if you can understand your children's intuition, or if you can understand your visions, then maybe you can take the right action and turn calamity into auspiciousness. Jie Chen says, when my daughter was 2 months old, my daughter always cries at night, and my nanny played Prashna mantra, and my daughter would be very easy, and she wouldn't cry anymore. And so I asked my nanny what this music is, and this is how I came to Bodhi meditation. And now my entire family has benefited from Bodhi meditation. This is such a good nanny. And I want to tell you something. So who might be disturbed by evil spirits or evil energy, who might be frightened by it from your outer appearance? Let me tell you about it. If I tell you a little bit about it, then you can understand it, and you can come to Bodhi Meditation Center near you to find our to find these good self-cultivators who can help you to calm your spirit, and maybe even offer a light, and the things might change. So first, whether you're a man or woman, the hair at the front of above your forehead tends to stand up. It's not that you have put hair gel on it. But if there's just a few strands of hair that are always standing up, and you just can't press it down, then it shows that you have been frightened. And this is not the end. Secondly, people who have been frightened severely, their facial complexion is very dark. If you look at their hand is not very dark, but their face is very dark. Only their face is dark. And also, the eye white shows a bluish black color, and the black part of their eyes, the iris, is not very colorful, and their lips also show a bluish white color. Many young children, many young adults, their lips are red because they have a lot of energy. But children who have been frightened, their lips are whitish blue. And these children, they also tend to have cold feet and hands, and it seems as if sometimes they will talk to the air and ask, "Mom, what is that in the air?" And they can't sleep very well. If your children have these issues, come to Bodhi Meditation Center. There are many good self-cultivators. They can help you to to ground your spirit. They can help you to offer light and pray for you. If you have this need, you can also write to me. Juzhen and Wuli, they are also very good at grounding spirits, and I can do them too. So if you write to me, I will not do it publicly, but when I'm cultivating myself, I will help you to ground your spirit. We also had a we had give a grand blessing for grounding spirits as well. There's also a light that you can offer. You can offer the light to soothe the mind, to ground your spirit, and it's almost Guanyin Bodhisattva's enlightenment, and Master has made available to make offering to Guanyin Bodhisattva for her protection as well. The third sign, it's difficult for me to learn these, but it's easy for me to tell you. The third sign is that on your yin tang area, it's not very even, and the complexion is dark and blue. In the yin tang region, where is the yin tang? It is the area in between your eyebrows. This general area is your yin tang, around your forehead. If this area is dark blue, Dao, people like this may have these issues. You need very special care and blessing. And some people, before these unfortunate things happen, your vision might be too late. You already see this thing coming to harm you, but because you didn't do anything to stop it, then this unfortunate event will proceed. This sounds mysterious. I don't know how to tell you about it. But if you want to receive protection and blessing, then it's different. 20 years ago, say that people that I have give blessings and protections, I know that this person is going to have an unfortunate event. It's not a guess. I observed it, that a misfortune is going to happen. And so I give him a blessing and give something to protect him. And one of these people, he is a business manager, and he had a Japanese car, like a sedan. On the second day that I give him a blessing, he drove from Beijing to Tianjin, not very far away. Just after he left Beijing, the car stopped, powered off, and I have reminded him about these issues. And afterward, he tried to restart it, but the engine wouldn't start again. And he remembered my reminder, and he wasn't scared, and he just waited. He was calm. When you feel calm, he waited for about an hour, and he was smoking and chanting during this time. And afterward, he put in his keys again, and he was able to restart the engine. And he remembered what I said. He continued to drive, but during this time, he was still chanting. And after he went on the road again, he witnessed a car that was in an accident, and the car was just in an accident, and the car looked exactly like his. This story is very similar to his, so he should have been the one who had the car accident, but because his car was suddenly the engine stopped, so that's why he actually missed this unfortunate event. And it's a blessing from the master. Say that if you want to buy a new car, But when you're buying this car, you feel that something is not right. It's very unhappy. There's people coming to scold you. Then you know that buying this car is not auspicious. Your protector, the heavenly protectors are trying to stop you from buying this car. You have to learn to accept, to receive these signs. You are being protected. This is an experience I want to share with you. We've talked about so many things. We talked about these Feng Shui stones, Buddha Bodhisattva statues, and how these can help us and protect us. There's more sharings about insomnia. Should we continue? Let's share one more. Let's watch another sharing. I won't be here without Energy Bagua. My name is Lin Zhengze from Busan, South Korea. In July 2020, had an acute fatigue caused by overworking. I was extremely tired. I thought sleeping would make it better, but I fainted on the way home. The doctor checked and found everything normal. The liver, thyroid, jugular vein, and heart are all normal. So I started taking tonics like red ginseng and velvet antler. I couldn't sleep since then. The psychiatrist prescribed antidepressants, anti-anxiety drugs, and sleeping pills. I could sleep for 5 hours when I started taking the sleeping pills. Gradually, I lost more sleep and took more pills. Took 2 sleeping pills on December 7th, 3 on the 16th, and 5 on January the 12th. Also, I took the maximum dose of sleeping pills. I only slept for 2 to 3 hours. This situation lasted for 4 to 5 months. I wasn't myself anymore. The lack of sleep caused sunken eyes. I was underweight. Something was pulsing in the chest. Like a heartbeat? Yes, it was so uncomfortable that I'd start shaking. My ears, hands, knees, and soles were icy, but other parts of my body were on fire. My fingertips were red and hot. I couldn't keep my hands together even for 2 minutes. Parts of my body were burning hot. I had a large tongue ulcer. I couldn't chew and lost 8 kilograms in a short time. My body just didn't feel right. Walking was even a challenge. I felt hopeless and just lay curled up in a corner. It was too painful. I didn't have any hope for life. The pain was unbearable. When I remember it, since then, I started to stash away my sleeping pills. I couldn't take it anymore. It was during that time that I learned Energy Bagua. I started walking Energy Bagua on March 12, 2021. Walking was a challenge for me, so I wondered if I could walk Energy Bagua for an hour. But I did, and without taking a break. After walking for 10 days in a row, I could sleep for 30 minutes longer. So you slept for 30 minutes longer after 10 days of practice? Yes, unbelievable, right? My sleep quality improved. I slept soundly. My sleeping quality was better, and I started to have energy. This transformation was a miracle for me. After 2 months of practice, I can jump in a circle. After practicing Energy Bagua for 4 months, I tried to stop taking sleeping pills. The result was excellent, and I slept soundly for 4 to 5 hours. Other people took naps at noon, but I couldn't. But now I can nap at noon and still sleep at night. I can sleep when I'm tired, and I can sleep very well. The feeble pulse faded too. My body temperature abnormalities, both the hot and cold feelings, disappears. The tongue ulcer healed. It was wow. I was stashing away sleeping pills for suicide. It's a miracle. It's as if there had never been any problems and everything just got well. I'm delighted, extremely happy. I'm sincerely respectful and grateful to Grandmaster JinBodhi. It's all because of Grandmaster's teachings. Thank you so much. After practicing Energy Bagua, severe insomnia got well, full of energy and life. This is a very touching sharing. This is Mr. Lin from South Korea. He overworked, and he fainted from that fatigue. And after he felt weak and had fatigue, he started eating red ginseng and antlers, velvet antler. And because he was too weak and he shouldn't be taking these tonics, he had these side effects. Usually we say that if you eat red ginseng, you will have a nosebleed. But he didn't have a nosebleed, but he had a tongue ulcer. And that is a sign of excessive heat. And then he had insomnia, abnormal body temperature. Some places were very cold, some places were very hot. And this insomnia was very uncomfortable, and it transformed into depression, anxiety, and he even had suicidal thoughts. And also in South Korea, they say it's feeble pulse. I'm guessing maybe it's palpitation. Because he had insomnia, he was taking the maximum dose of sleeping pill, but he could only sleep for 4 to 5 hours, but he couldn't sleep any longer. Although he was taking more sleeping pills, he was sleeping less, and the pills didn't help him anymore, so he had suicidal thoughts. And since March last year, he started to practice Energy Bagua. Now he has found the life-saving practice. After walking for 10 days, he can sleep for 30 minutes more, and he was extremely happy about this change. So for people who cannot sleep, they calculate how many minutes more they can sleep, and it's precious to them. Not only did he sleep longer, he was sleeping, he had better sleeping quality, and so he had hope. After practicing for 4 months, he stopped taking sleeping pills and he could sleep for 5 hours. Not only he can sleep anytime he wants at night, he can also take a nap after lunch. This is great joy for people who have insomnia. And his poor health alleviated. Before it was difficult for him to walk, but now he can jump, and it looks like he has great energy. His issue is more severe than other people. He was very fatigued and weak, but because he took the tonics wrong, so it caused him more issue. It's as if there is a ceramic pot on the stove, and when you added too much fire, the pot just broke. When you eat these ginseng or velvet antler, then these tonics are too strong. Say that your blood contains 10 milligrams of energy. But when you replenish with so much energy, say there's half a pound of that energy, then you cannot take it, you cannot bear it. And that's why he had insomnia. And that's why his insomnia issue was more severe than other people. And when he's walking Energy Bagua, turning clockwise and counterclockwise, it eliminates that energy from ginseng, from his tonic, and then replenishes with good positive energy. And that's why he can stop the sleeping pill but still sleep. Some people, after taking tonics, they might even find blood in their stool. It means that there's bleeding in the digestive tract, and this energy has to manifest in some way. And he also had a tongue ulcer, so be very careful if you are taking tonics and food supplements. Maybe sometimes it's better not to take any tonic. If you feel weak, let me give you a solution by taking food. Say that if you're Northern Chinese, you can eat steamed bun with a fried egg in the middle. If you don't eat, you can add a piece of cheese maybe, and that's enough. Or put on some butter, or grill some red date on the fire, and take 3 pieces of grilled red date and put it in a cup and add some hot water, and then drink this hot water. This is enough. Say that moving is very tiring, right? If you drink a cup of red date water, then it will replenish your energy. And also that steamed bun with fried egg. Can you have pan-fried bread with egg? Yes, you can. And then eat half a green onion. It will replenish all your energy. Jue Zhen says, when I was young, when I have the exam, when I was young, I will eat bread and egg. Maybe Southerners will have stir-fried rice with egg. If you eat these regular foods, it's easily acceptable and the energy is not that strong, then it's the safest for you. Some people say that when they feel weak, if they have some ailments, when you're old, many people will feel tired. But if you eat ginseng or wild ginseng, American ginseng, or other types of strong tonic foods. I have seen a child who likes to eat sea cucumber, and so his dad is rich, so his dad give him sea cucumber to eat every single week, and after a year his face looked like a sea cucumber. I told him that it's very dangerous. They asked me how. I say it's very difficult to describe using science methods. He will die from poison. You need to be very careful. Don't eat the heat cucumber like this, because the sea cucumber has a lot of heavy metals. I say heavy metal, it's because it's something that you can understand, but it also has high protein content and high fat content that's not suitable for a child. And so you have to be very careful. We are talking about insomnia issues and these tonics. Many people don't understand, say that they have all kinds of food in the kitchen, right? There's many food in the fridge. There's one friend who's from Vancouver. A few days ago, she passed by and she ran into me at the center. she asked me, I listened to your teachings, I also practice Energy Bagua, but I couldn't sleep in the last 3 days. Can you see what's happening? How would I know that you won't be able to sleep? I asked him if he has any worries. He said no. Did you have an argument? No. So what is it? So I use my powers to look into him. I see that you said that you wanted to go to bed, but you ate something before you went to bed. What did you eat? She said, I ate 2 dried longan, and for 2 nights, she ate it. I also have migraine. I didn't have this migraine before, but in the last few days I had migraine. It's all because you ate this longan. Is this longan poisonous? No. You ate it at the wrong time. Before going to bed, you shouldn't be eating anything. You shouldn't be eating any tonics before going to bed. Say that tonics like ginseng, velvet antler, or any sort of deer peanuts or other sort of these embryos, durians, longan, lychee, and also another type of fruit called jackfruit. If you eat these at night, do you know how Malaysians eat these type of fruit? They will soak their feet in cold water, and then they will dare to eat 2 pieces of jackfruit or durian. But northerners, they don't know how to eat this. I'm a northern Chinese and I'm rich, so I will eat 2 whole durians. But if you do that, you cannot sleep for 2 nights, and there will be pimples coming out from your face. Am I poisoned? Yes, it's similar to being poisoned. It's because there's too much heat. At night, you can't eat these tonics that have a lot of heat property. It will affect your sleep and affect your health. It's not only insomnia, but there's also headaches. You might feel dizziness. You might feel you have a slow response. Master has told us before there's something that you shouldn't eat at night, and that's ginger. I wanted to leave ginger to the end. Ginger, whether it's a ginger juice or the vegetable ginger, if you eat ginger at night, eating ginger at night is worse than arsenic. Arsenic is a very strong poison. If you eat ginger at night, it's very harmful because of its very high heated property. If you and people who cannot sleep at night, in your day you shouldn't have green tea or coffee during the day at all. And also the tea bags, don't eat any of these at all. These green teas, these caffeines, there's a lot of caffeine in these tea, and if you consume this caffeine, you can't sleep at night. If you want to have a good night's sleep, then don't eat these, especially at night. Then can you not take tonics at all? Yes, you can, but you have to eat them in the morning. And it's the best result is from eating these tonics in the morning. Eating ginger in the morning is better than eating ginseng. But who eats ginger in the morning? Maybe at noontime. And also don't take too much of it. So tonics with a heat property, if you eat it at night, it's very harmful. Master, this thank you. It's such good guidelines. There's another thing. And also don't overeat at night. If you overeat and you can't even breathe, you will have insomnia. So don't overeat. Elders who live a long time, they will only eat until they're half full. I have written a couplet. If you want to be healthy and be beautiful, then only eat a little at night. If you want to be healthy and beautiful, you must have a light dinner. If you want healthy and beautiful, you have to be picky when you eat. Don't eat everything. You have to make your choice, especially when you have some age. Don't say that you have to eat fried donut in the morning and at night. It wouldn't work. People like Jue, if you have already eaten something fried, then you will feel excess heat on the following day. People who are close to you, they will be hurt by your heat too. Jue says, I will want to hide in water to cool down. So do you think these food tonics are easy? No, it's not easy. You have to pick and you have to control what you eat and how much you eat. Then you can be healthy and beautiful. When you eat too much grease, too much fat, then there will be a lot of fatty deposits around your eye that affects your health. And then in addition, if you get angry, then even though when you're 30 years old, you will have a lot of dark spots on your cheeks. Even if you go to a clinic to get rid of these dark spots will come back again. And it will come back repeatedly. Because from your inside, your internal organ is damaged. And so you cannot stop these dark spots on the face. You have to stop it at the origin. You have to stop eating these high energy foods, and don't eat foods that harm your liver, and don't eat these foods that are very supreme tonics. And some people, they are very weak and they cannot take tonic at all. If you want to take these tonic, speak to a traditional Chinese doctor. They will give you a prescription for tonics. If you just take these tonics for yourself, it's not safe at all. And there is one dish that's a very good tonic, and it's Energy Bagua. You don't have to eat it, and there's no side effects, and it brings you health and long life. It will also help you with your health issues. There are many diet solutions. I'll teach them to you later on. So today, we learned what can we do to sleep better, to sleep until the morning. If you learn these methods today, then Master, can we give a gift to Mr. Lin from South Korea, and also the sharing from Singapore for Miss Lin from Singapore? This shirt is for Mr. Lin from South Korea. This is our Energy Bagua Quick Dry T-shirt. And if you wear it, you will have a long life, and the evil energy will not bother you. I wish you good health, longevity, and auspiciousness. For the lady in Singapore, Sheng Long, I will give you this. It says Medicine Buddha. So this means Medicine Buddha, and it's in Sanskrit. I wish Shenlong from Singapore good health, longevity, and auspiciousness. Thank you, Master. All right, it's already 2.5 hours. We should complete our live stream today. Tomorrow, I'll see you again at the same time. Tomorrow's content will be, should I tell you? Tomorrow's content will be for our young adult friends. Our young adults love watching it, and their parents love to watch it too. This time, the content is very specific and very interesting. You can't even imagine it. It's very interesting. I welcome everyone who has a child to join me, and bring your child along. The summer is here, whether it's about marriage, finding a job, and a lot of other things. It's in our tomorrow's live stream. Come tomorrow. I wish everyone good health, longevity, auspicious family, happy family. See you again tomorrow at the same time.
让我与您相遇，小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了，我快乐了，我健康了，我健康了，我幸福了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我美丽了，我快乐了，我 小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我只会